In this video, I will show you how to use Manychat in 2024. And I have used this tool to grow the Instagram accounts of my own clients and generate thousands of leads for them. So in this video, I will show you what Manychat is and why you should use it, the 4 main concepts of Manychat that you should know in 2024, and how to create your first Manychat automation to generate leads on autopilot. And one of my clients actually used the automation that we will create in this video to generate 2,000 leads from Instagram. And I will give you the template for free so you can get similar results. Let's get started. So, what is Manychat? Manychat is a chat automation platform that you can use to automate your Instagram DMs. And that means that whenever someone sends you a message on Instagram or replies to one of your Instagram stories or comments on one of your Instagram posts, you can actually automatically reply to that message or start an Instagram DM conversation without manually doing that yourself. And by using Manychat, you can actually grow the engagement of your Instagram account. That will expand your reach, and while you're doing that, you can also generate leads 24/7 on autopilot. And the best part of Manychat is that 90% of all the Instagram accounts are not using it yet. So that means that if you're using Manychat to grow your Instagram account, you actually have a competitive advantage over 90% of all the Instagram accounts out there. So to get started with Manychat, you can just go to chatamize.com/MC. And in the description, I actually have a discount code that will give you 30 days of the Manychat Pro plan for free. So please check out the description. So once you're here, you can just click on Get Started and then click on Instagram. And I actually have a separate video where I show how you can connect your Instagram account to Manychat in just a few simple steps. So after you've watched this video, I highly recommend going to that video as well, because you need to do a couple of steps so your Instagram account is connected correctly and you can use all the Manychat features on Instagram. So once you have connected your Instagram account to Manychat and you log in, it should look like this. So here you log in on the home tab, then you have contacts, automation, live chat, broadcasting, and settings. And before we're going to create our first Manychat automation, I first want to talk about the 4 main concepts of Manychat. And the first concept we're going to talk about is context. So contacts in Manychat are all the people that are talking to your Instagram account, or whenever someone comments on one of your Instagram posts and you set up an automation for that, they will also become a contact. So in Manychat, you can just go to contacts here, and then you can see all the contacts of your Manychat account. And here you can also filter on the contacts. So let's say I want to create a filter, and then we want to know all the people that left their email inside Manychat. So here you can just search on email, and then you have the system field email, and then we can just say if the email has any value, and then you can see all the people in your Manychat account that left their email in one of your Manychat automations. And you can also look up individual contacts. I can just remove this filter, and then I can just look up myself. So if I look for Joran Wouters, which is me, I can click on this, and then you can find all the information Manychat has on an individual person. So here you have all the custom fields that it has information on, and then you can also click on Start Chat, and then you can see the complete conversation history that I had with this Manychat automation. And I think this is great. And this brings us actually to the second main concept, which is fields. In Manychat, you have an unlimited number of fields. So you have system fields. These are like built-in fields, like the first name, the last name, the email, and you have custom fields. So these are fields that you can create yourself. And that's actually great about Manychat. In Manychat, you can just ask a question to someone, and when they reply to that question, we can store that data inside one of the Manychat fields. So if you go to settings in Manychat and then go to fields, then here you can see all the fields that you have inside your Manychat account. And you can basically just create a new field whenever you want to ask a question to someone and store the answer inside a Manychat field. And then you can also send that data to other applications such as your CRM or your email marketing platform, which is also a huge benefit of Manychat, is that they have this integration. And next we have automation. So with automation, everything comes together in Manychat. So this is when you want to automatically reply to a message, or want to reply when someone comments on one of your Instagram posts, or want to reply when someone sends you a message after seeing your Instagram story. And this is where you will actually spend 99% of all the time that you spend in Manychat will be in the automation tab. So if we go to automation here, you can actually have folders where you can store all of the automations that you have. And if you want to create a new automation, you can just click on new automation and basically start from scratch. And later on in this video, I will show you how we can create our first Manychat automation together. So just stay tuned. And then lastly, we have live chat. So in Manychat, you have two types of conversations. We have closed conversations and open conversations. Closed conversations are conversations that are handled by your automations and by your chatbot. Open conversations are conversations that are manually answered by you, by your team, or by one of your live chat or support agents that you have. And that's also good to know about Manychat, is with Manychat, you can handle part of your conversations automatically. These are the closed conversations. And you can handle part of the automations manually. This is when your chatbot doesn't know the answer or someone is not in a specific funnel. Then you can use the Manychat live chat to actually manually reply to that. And I actually showed you already the Manychat live chat. So here when you click on one of the contacts and click on start chat, then you can see this, and then you can actually take over the conversation and manually reply to that as well. And then you can also just click on live chat here and just click on one of these things and basically talk to one of the contacts in your Manychat account. And this is also great. So it doesn't necessarily need to be that if you're getting started with Manychat that you need to automate all of your conversations. You can also automate a part of your conversation and manually handle the rest of your conversations as well. So now you know the 4 main concepts of Manychat in 2024. We need to get started with setting up the right settings of our Manychat account. So in order to do that, you can just go to settings and then go to live chat behavior. Because what I told about before, we have like the closed conversations and the open conversations. We actually need to set that behavior. So usually if you get started with Manychat, the live chat behavior is set to any message start a conversation. And this is actually not something that you want to have. So that basically means that any message will open up, and then it needs to be handled by one of your agents or one of your team or even you. And what you can do is you can say the conversation should be opened explicitly. And that means that you can determine whenever you want to open a conversation and manually answer a question from someone. And what's also good to know is that if you reply to a conversation in the live chat, you can actually pause the automations automatically. So I usually set this automation pause to 24 hours. So that means that if you manually reply in the live chat, Manychat will pause all the automations, and this will make sure that the automations are not interfering with your manual live chat conversation. So I actually set this to 24 hours. And then also we need to set our default reply. So if we go to Instagram and then go to default reply, and the default reply in Manychat is the automation that will start when no other automation is triggered. So this basically means that if Manychat doesn't know the answer to a question or doesn't know anything, isn't triggered by any other automation, then that default reply is triggered. So what we're going to set up is that every time the default reply is triggered, we're going to send that conversation to one of your live chat agents. So what you can do here is you can just click on create new reply. And then here we have user sends a direct message. So we will set this to every time. So every time this happens, this automation will start. And we are going to skip story replies. No, we're not going to do that because a story reply could also be like a question or anything like that. So we're not going to skip them. And then here we have the Instagram default reply. And we are going to actually delete that. And then we're going to add an action. So inside this action, we're going to do 3 things. We're going to mark the conversation as open. We're going to assign someone within your Manychat team, and we're going to send a notification that someone needs to handle this conversation. So in order to do that, you can just click on plus action, click on live chat, and then click on mark the conversation as open. Click on live chat again, and assign the conversation. So here you can assign it to a specific team member, to a specific group of team members. So for now, I'll just assign it to myself. And then lastly, we are going to notify the admins. So we can notify the people that are assigned to this conversation. So you can basically select your whole team, or you can just only select one specific person. So that's something that you can do. And then you can also change the notification text. So now you can say, full name has a question you need to look at. And then you can also input the last user input. So here you can like type in a bracket, or you can click on the bracket here, and then you can just type in last text input. And then the question that someone asked will automatically be displayed over here. So that's it. And then you can just click on set live. So what this will do is that every time someone sends a message to your Instagram account and none of your Manychat automations are triggered, then someone within your Manychat team will get a notification of that and can handle that conversation inside the live chat. So now that we have set up the right settings of our Manychat account, we can get started with creating our first Manychat automation. And we will be creating a lead generation funnel. So what we're going to do is that we're going to give something away for free. So for example, an ebook or a checklist or a free video. And when you're giving that away for free, you will ask for something in return. So you will ask for their first name, ask for their email, and then we're going to give them the lead magnet all inside the Instagram DMs. And once we have collected the email, we can also send that to your email marketing platform or to your CRM, so we can build your email list as well. So if we go to Manychat and go to automation, then we can click on new automation. And you can also get started with a template. For now, I'll just go with start from scratch so you know how you can build these automations yourself. So in Manychat, each automation starts with a trigger, and a trigger is an event that starts the automation. So when you click on new trigger, you can click on Instagram, and then you can see all the triggers that Manychat has on Instagram. And for my own clients, I usually use two triggers. I use user sends a message and user comments on one of your Instagram posts. So we're going to start with user comments on your post or reel. And then here I'm always go with all posts or reels. So then we can just create one Manychat automation and use that over and over again in all of your Instagram posts and reels. So we are going to click on that, click on continue. And then we need to determine to what comments we want to reply to. And today we will go with guides, because let's say we're giving away a free guide, a free ebook on how to build more muscle. Let's say you're a fitness coach or a fitness influencer, then you can give away a free ebook about building more muscle. And that's the thing that we're going to create today. So here we can just include the word guide. And then I also add some misvariations, some misspellings, because people often misspell the word. So I can also do it without an E. I can also do it in reverse. So we have some variations there. So we can click on continue. And then we can also set up a public reply. So the public reply is an automatic reply in the comment section. And I highly recommend using this, because then you will get more comments on your Instagram post or your Instagram reel, and that will actually build the engagement of your Instagram account. So I already created some random multiple replies, so I just copy these from my second screen. So we can say, can't wait for you to grow more muscle, please check your DMs. We have let's build more muscle together, just send a DM. Let's gain in 2024, check your DMs. And then lastly, we have you're about to get that summer body, check your inbox. And as you can see from these messages, in this public reply, I usually do two things. The first thing that I do is that I want to excite them for the thing that they will be getting, which is a free ebook, free guide, free video. And then I also tell them that they need to go to their Instagram DM in order to get it. So once you've set it up, you can just click on save. And then we have activated this trigger. And then we can also set up our second trigger. So now it triggers only when someone comments on one of our Instagram posts, but we also want it to trigger when someone sends us a DM with guide. So in order to do that, you can click on new trigger again, click on Instagram, and then choose for user sends a message. And then we can choose for detect specific words in a message. And then we can say if the message is guide, or it is guide or do it, then it will work as well. So now we have the two triggers that I commonly use for all of my clients. And now we can get started with our automation. So here you can just click on Instagram, and this is actually the automation that will be sent inside the Instagram DM. And when you're commenting to one of your Instagram posts, it's actually important that you set this to send as the comment reply. And this first message can only contain one message bubble and a button or a quick reply. We cannot use images, we cannot use user input, galleries, all of that stuff is not possible. So inside this message, what we're going to say is, are you ready to gain more muscle and take your body to the next level? Just click the button below and I will send over my free guide, 8 simple exercises to gain more muscle. And then we can add a quick reply. And a quick reply in Manychat is basically a button where people can click on inside the Instagram DM. So we can just add a quick reply, and then we will set this to yes, send it over. So once people click on this, we can actually send them a next message. So what we can do is we can just click on this and drag that to the next message over here. And then inside this message, we can say, awesome, just 2 quick steps to get you access, because we will ask for their first name, ask for their email, and then deliver the lead magnet. So in order to ask for information inside your Manychat automations, you need to use the user input element. So here you can just click on user input, and then you can say, what is your first name? And then the reply type will be first name. This is a built-in field in Manychat. And if you scroll down, you need to remove this skip button so people cannot skip this question. So once they have answered this question, what we can do is we can actually use the value that they put in over here. So here we can say, nice to meet you. And then we can type in a bracket, or we can click on the bracket here, and then you can just click on the first name. And then again, we're going to use a user input to ask for their email. And to ask for their email, what we're going to say is, and what email do you want your free guide sent to? And then what's important is that the reply type needs to be set to email. So once you set the reply type to email, Manychat will automatically check if the provided email is actually an email, and if it's not an email, then it will send the retry message. So here we have a retry message, then it will send that message automatically. And then here you will also want to remove this skip button text because people cannot skip this question. So once they've gave their email as well, this is where we're going to deliver our lead magnet. So here we're going to connect this to the next message, and then in this message we're going to say, you're all set, first name, can't wait for you to grow your muscle. Using my 8 simple exercises, just click the button below to get instant access. And then here we can add a button with access my guide. I'll also copy that from my second screen. And then here we can click on open the website, and then you can just put in the website URL that will go to the specific guide. So whether you have put it in on your website or on a Google Drive, something like that, you need to put in a URL over here. So I will just type in my URL for now. And that's it. That's basically the complete automation that we can create. And this can help you to generate leads on autopilot from Instagram 24/7. So just to show you how this works on Instagram, I will go to Instagram and show you. So now I'm on Instagram, and I will just go to one of my older posts, and I can click on this. I can comment with guide. And when I do that, I automatically get an Instagram DM conversation, and it says, are you ready to gain more muscle and take your body to the next level? Just click the button below. So then I click on yes, send it over. And it says, awesome, just 2 quick steps to get you access. What is your first name? First name is Joran. Nice to meet you. And what email do you want your free guide sent to? So then I type in my email. Then it says, you're all set, Joran. Can't wait for you to grow your muscle using my 8 simple exercises. Just click the button below to get instant access. And what I actually forgot to tell you is that we can also use this to build your email list. So in Manychat, if you go to settings, you actually have a lot of integrations. So here Manychat has like direct integrations with Google Sheets, ChatGPT, Hotmart, Klaviyo, but also tools like ActiveCampaign and MailChimp. And I actually connected my Manychat account to MailChimp. So what you can do inside your automations is whenever someone gave your email, what you can do is you can set the action on reply, then add an action, click on this, and then go, in my case, with MailChimp, and then add the contact to a specific list. So you can just enter your list, and then you can use this to grow your email list as well. And Manychat has like direct integrations with MailChimp, with ActiveCampaign and ConvertKit, so you can use it to build your email list as well. And that's it. That's how you can get started with Manychat in 2024. And the funnel that we created today is just one example of a Manychat funnel that you can create. But I actually have a separate video on my YouTube channel where I show you the 3 funnels that you should use in 2024. So if you want to get started with more funnels in 2024, I highly recommend checking out that video as well. And this is just a glimpse of what you can do with Manychat. So if you want to get more experience with Manychat and get all the ins and outs of it, I actually have an Instagram beginner course on my website. So if you want to get more familiar with Manychat, I highly recommend checking that out with the link in the description. If you enjoyed the video, please like it and subscribe to my channel. And as always, if you have any questions on using Manychat or automating your Instagram DMs, please leave a comment below and I will reply as soon as possible.